that just take a little bit of introspection and see whether whatever relationship that you are in, or if you're attracted towards somebody, is that really love or is this codependency? Why is it important to know that? Just so that in the long run you have such bonds, such relationships and such partnerships which can see you through life, which can see you through all ups and downs. By saying this, I mean, like when it comes to a relationship, and specifically if you're targeting a long-term relationship, it will have its ups and downs. But how to figure out yourself in that particular scenario, whether it is love or codependency. So, first let's understand that what love is not. Okay. And by the way, interestingly, that poll which I did, 60% of you beautiful souls got back saying that this is love. And congratulations to you all for that. If it is love, all the best, and I love you all. While if it is codependency, let's try and figure out that what can we do about it. Or let's say if today after this discussion we get into a perspective change, then still what can we do about it? So love is not supposed to feel terrible. Love is not supposed to feel something which every day you're questioning, or you are probably approaching somebody like me to check out through tarot or numerology if it is going to work out or not. Love is supposed to feel secure. It's supposed to feel safe, your safe space. But not while you are constantly seeking it. Not in a scenario where somebody is constantly making you question your own validation in their particular life. Let me also introduce a little bit of tarot to you over here, which is, tarot is based on visualization, and I'm very sure that you all will be able to understand what I mean. This is the Two of Cups. This is a card, apart from a lot of other things, apart from love, the Lover's card, this also talks about love and that beautiful energy of an equal give and take in a relationship. This is the card of codependency. I want you to have a full look at it. This is the card of love and this is the card of codependency. I have a question from you all, whoever is watching this video, and please stay interactive because I don't want this to be a monologue. This is the card of somebody who has a perfect family life. Somebody who is in fun and frolic, is emotionally fulfilled as far as a relationship is concerned, as far as that part of their life called family is concerned. My question to you, my friends, is if you have to achieve this Ten of Cups, this beautiful energy of fulfillment, what do you think? How do you think will it be achieved? Will it be achieved by this card? Let's call it the card of, this is the Two of Cups. Or will you be able to achieve it by this, which is the Five of Pentacles? Come on, please write in the comment section. This card or this card will make you achieve this fulfillment in life. What do you think? I'm waiting for you all to write in the comment section. And this particular these tarot images that I have shown to you, let me tell you, have a deep impact on our psyche as well, of how we understand love and how can we get to this particular stage of fulfillment in comparison to having a codependent relationship. Any takes? Anybody who wants to type into the comment section? I ask this question again. Will this lead you to a beautiful life, a beautiful family life, or will this lead you to a beautiful family life? Guys, come on, be interactive. Okay, it is very obvious. What you see over here are two people who are not fulfilled, who are not complete, who don't feel complete. Through the card, it has been shown that they have a handicap. This handicap could be due to any reason because of which they are dependent on each other. In this card, we see two people who are absolutely whole and they are having an equal exchange of energy, an equal exchange of emotions. So it is very obvious when it comes to a Ten of Cups, a beautiful family life, a fulfilled family life, this particular card is more likely to reach here than this particular card of dependency. And that, my friends, is the basic difference between love and codependency also. This is how codependency feels. When you don't feel complete in yourself, when you have this requirement of having this other person with you all the time. If this other person is not with you, you feel unfulfilled. You feel like a handicap the way, so when it comes to these two people, they have to support each other because they each have a handicap. And that is what kills a relationship when it comes to codependency, because you feel almost you are surviving on this other person's validation. You are surviving on what this other person gives you. You are not whole in yourself. You are not complete in yourself. You feel unfulfilled. You feel as if the love and care and respect of this other person can only make you feel happy, fulfilled, and can make you reach a level in life which you can call joyful. And that, my friends, is an introspection which you can do in your own life, whether you are in love or you are in a codependent relationship. Whether you can take care of your own needs, or if anything, even a small tip which happens with this particular person bothers you to the extent that you are not able to carry on in your life, you are not able to meet your other responsibilities. So are you cancelling your plans with other people because of this person, or making space for this person? Are you somebody who, if this person does not pick up the call or does not answer you immediately, going into a mode of depression and going into the mode of asking people that where do I stand in this particular relationship? Then this is a codependent relationship. Another way of looking at it is, think about a friend. Okay, let's say you have had some kind of a difference of opinion with a friend, and you have, for the time being, stopped speaking to that friend. You know that it's not a long-term thing. It's not like you will always not speak to him or her, but you have decided to take a time out as far as this particular friend is concerned. Now, you don't constantly look at the phone to see that whether that friend of yours has messaged you. You don't constantly approach somebody to check that whether that friend really, does that friend values you in their life or not. In fact, you do tend to give a particular kind of some level of space to this friend of yours. That, my friends, is a relationship which is not dependent, because you each are able to give space and you are able to respect each other's free will choices. You don't feel as if you will be left out in the cold if that friend of yours doesn't immediately act or react to what you have said. Let's say, when it comes to a relationship, you have messaged somebody, I love you, and the person is busy and is not immediately able to reply back with the same emotions or with the same efforts that you think you had taken. How would you feel? Will you feel let down? Will you then have a fight with this person asking, I wrote you such a big paragraph, but all that I got from you was a heart? That again is a codependent relationship. So basically, anywhere or any relationship, if you are looking to get fulfilled by the actions, reactions and behavior of the other person, that, my friends, is a codependent relationship. Is it healthy? No, it is not healthy. Why is it not healthy? It is not healthy because, in a way, you are giving your responsibility, or the load of your responsibility you are putting on this other person's shoulder. Is that fair to this person whom you feel that you love? Because love is not supposed to feel burdenful, but this person does feel burdensome. Then what to do? Is that love anymore? No. It is just an idea of possession of this other person. It's just an idea of getting validation from this other person. Now, this was a thought that I wanted to give to you all, because trust me, here I want you all to reach this stage of fulfillment, this stage of having a beautiful family life, an excellent relationship where both people feel fulfilled. And for that, it is important to see that where are those areas in our own life or our understanding of a relationship which we need to relook at, such that the next or this relationship that we have does not become a codependent relationship, a handicap relationship. Because think about it, as soon as any of these person removes their handicap, they become fulfilled. They will leave the relationship, because there will come a time when either one of the person would not want to take the responsibility or the burden of the responsibility of keeping this other person always happy. Your happiness, the reason of your fulfillment should lie with you, not in how the other person behaves. And only then can you achieve a relationship which is successful, fulfilling, brimming with joy and love, and also in future more susceptible to have happier next generation. So Venus is going to go retrograde in the near future. That period is anyways going to help us in looking back or re-looking in our relationship. Maybe a few of those past lovers, exes will come back. What will you do in that time? Will you look at yourself once again within and see that am I fulfilled within me? Am I happy with me? Or will you give in to the temptation once again and get into a codependent relationship? Because that relationship will anyways not last for long. And here it is important that I give you feedbacks and inputs into how to get here by removing yourself from this situation. So wherever you are watching me, please stay tuned. If you're watching me on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. All the other avenues to connect with me are mentioned in the description below. I keep posting a lot of tips, tricks, life hacks on all my platforms. So stay connected and stay tuned. Very soon I'm going to come up with one more series of how people made it happen in their life. And you can get in touch with me for your personal consultations on tarot, numerology and DNA astrology as well. Currently, I'm offering a 35% discount on all my consultations, and I'm also offering very robust discounts on one-on-one transformation coaching too. So stay connected. A huge, a very potent time for transformation is around the corner. If you won't do it for yourself, the universe anyways will do it for you. Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, and soon Mercury are going retrograde. This is an absolute natural time to introspect when it comes to belief systems, when it comes to karmas, when it comes to relationships, and also when it comes to how you communicate. I love you all and I will keep you all informed. Namaskar, Radhe Radhe.